What's happening? It's your boy R. Dot, back with another one. You dig? Let's get straight into it, baby. Boom! Alright, yo. Alright, man. Just left the gym, got me a good one in. But besides all that, man, I want to thank each and every one of y'all that like, share, and subscribe to the channel. You know? Okay. So, by the title, y'all already know what's going on. They wouldn't be so offended if they'll mind their business. And I guess you're wondering why I say that. That be the reason why people be in one-sided competition with you. That is the reason why you can't understand why you never did something to somebody and they dislike you. That is why you notice when you go into a room, the energy shift. The reason why is because they all up in your business. Now, let me tell you something. If you always in somebody's business, watching what they do, just all peeking into their life, always got you under a microscope, always looking at you, and all you do is mind your business, they're going to find something that's going to offend them. That is why people be offended by people they don't have no reason being offended by. Well, they got every reason to be offended because they paying too much attention to you. That be that one-sided competition shit I be talking about, yo. People be, if they'll mind their business, they wouldn't be so offended by everything that you do. They wouldn't have a reason to not like you. They wouldn't, if they wouldn't be spying on you, if they wouldn't be critiquing everything that you do, if they wouldn't, you know, they wouldn't feel so offended. You know, like, look at it from this point of view, right? Let's say that you got a neighbor and your neighbor house is right next to yours, you know, and you at this particular time, let's say you counting like $10,000 on your kitchen table, but and you know, and they looking in there, looking through the window, not saying that you got the window up, just flashing $10,000 and just counting it all in their face. But if somebody is paying attention and peeking through their window and kind of looking through the cracks of your window, they can see that you're counting a large amount of money. Okay. Now you walk out your house not knowing that they've been spying on you and not knowing that they've been looking at you, not knowing that and the only reason why they could even notice that is that they had to be taking a hard look out their window into your window. Okay? Now you walk out your house the next day and they mugging you. They mugging you. They usually speak to you, but today they not speaking. Hell, who pissed in their Cheerios? They pissed in their own damn Cheerios because now they're offended because you have a large amount of money. They saw you counting a large amount of money, so now they're comparing what you have to what they have. If you mind your business, you wouldn't be so offended. Let's say you on the phone with your girl, or you just on the phone, period, and you sharing good news. You're not screaming at the top of your lungs, but they got the TV off. It's like you can hear a needle drop in their spot, in their apartment or whatever. And they hear your whole conversation about the good news that you received and that you sharing it with a loved one. Okay, they heard the good news now, and maybe things in their life is not going according to plan, you know? And now they're comparing, okay, you got this right here going on and they ain't got this going on. They're going to be offended. See, that's why I mind my business. I mind my business because for the simple fact that if I be in other people's business and just peeking into their lives, I'm going to find something that's going to offend me. It's just human nature. It's human nature for you to, you know, kind of like compare. And not saying that you want to compare, but sometimes things in your life don't go according to plan, man. And then you come across somebody that their life is going according to how you want your life to go. And it kind of do something to you. You know what I mean? And it's natural. That is 100% natural. That is natural for you to feel that way. Now, for you to act upon it, that's not natural. For you to act upon that feeling, that's where you go wrong at. You can have that feeling, but you don't act on that feeling. If I'm making sense, you know what I'm saying? So if people mind their business, they wouldn't be so offended. They wouldn't have a reason to dislike you. And like I said, man, that's why I don't do it. That's why I mind my business. That's why I don't pay attention to what people got going on. I don't do that because I got things going on in my life that I'm trying to get right. And if I always be looking at another person like what's going on in their life, then you know what I'm saying? Then it's going to make me feel some type of way. I'm human. You're human. We're all human, you know? But that what makes people be in one-sided competition with you is because they always in your business. They always up in your Kool-Aid and don't know the flavor. That is why people have a problem with you. You can never say anything to somebody. You could have been the nicest person to them. You could have did everything in your power to, help them or whatever, and you can't figure out what is the reason. That's the reason, the one-sided competition. And the reason what comes from the one-sided competition is them snooping into your lives, them paying attention to you, they everything. Because people base their life and the status of their lives and what they're doing in their life is great by the downfalls of other people and by judging and measuring their lives to another person's life. That is most people, that's what people do. And I know I said this in the last video. I know I said it. But that is the reason why people be so miserable, because they don't measure their happiness off their happiness. They measure their happiness on what they have one up on another person. And you're never going to be fulfilled like that. You're never going to be fulfilled if you're comparing yourself to other people and measuring your happiness, your joy, your abundance, your whatever you got going on in your life. If you measure that on the scale of somebody else, you're going to never hit your target, dog. And I know I got off subject a little bit again, but if they mind their business, they wouldn't be so offended. You dig? And that's where the one-sided competition come from. And yes, it's one-sided because you ain't in competition with nobody. They competing with you, and you don't even know it. That's why it's one-sided. They competing with you. You don't even know that they're competing with you. That's where all the issues come from. That's where all the mugs come from. That's where all the negative energy come from. That's where all the extra stuff that you can't understand. That's where it comes from, and that's where it stems from. If they mind their business, they wouldn't be so offended. You dig? But you know how I do, man. I keep you here all day. I talk your head off. For real, you already know. So I'm going to let you go. You feel me? So with that being said, it's your boy R. Dot back with another one. You dig? Over and out, baby.